Aston Martin's dramatic plummet in performance this season has left fans and enthusiasts utterly dismayed. The recent race in Mexico was an unmitigated disaster, plunging them further into despair. They need to find a way out of this slump, or heads will start to roll. Fernando Alonso, once a beacon of hope, now wears the cloak of indifference, casting a long shadow over the team's prospects. This looks like it could be another failed project to add to his career. How have Aston Martin got it so wrong this season? And the ominous question looms: what consequences await a team seemingly teetering on the brink of oblivion? Let's find out. Fernando Alonso is an incredible racing driver. No one will deny that. The two-time world champion has made a career, sometimes to his detriment, out of doggedly striving for more, with an insatiable greed that has motivated him to keep racing into his 40s. He is a demanding man to have in your garage, and if you can harness that unbridled lust for success, then he's a great asset. Early on in the season, it seemed like Aston Martin could. With Lawrence Stroll as the owner, Alonso's mentality was matched, in theory creating this great urge for improvement within the team, but the technical team's skills have not matched their ambition. Failed upgrade after failed upgrade has meant they haven't achieved the bare minimum of keeping pace with the other cars around them. Instead, they've slipped back into mediocrity and pointless finishes. Last season, the team's performance put Sebastian Vettel into retirement. He was probably headed that way anyway, but the uncompetitiveness of the team helped make that decision for him. Towards the end of his final season, before he announced his retirement, he appeared to be completely uninterested in the team. As a four-time champion, he wasn't known for being indifferent to Formula One, but he was. Now, Fernando Alonso is exhibiting the same symptoms. The Spaniard is not known for his level-headed personality. When he's winning, he's jubilant, complimentary, but demanding of more from his team. When he's losing, he's brooding, scathing in the media, and again, demanding of more. His demands are just much less friendly when he's losing. Alonso's not known for his indifferent personality, but that's the only way I can think to describe him at the moment. Honestly, we're not fighting for anything, Alonso said, off the back of a weekend to forget in Mexico City and a second retirement in a row. In the Constructors' Championship, we're locked in the position we are. In the Drivers' Championship, we'll lose a couple of places. Not the words of a man who cares about what happens this side of Christmas. While Max Verstappen has continued to sail off into the sunset, Alonso's 2023 optimism has slowly eroded away. After 6 podiums in 8 races, the 42-year-old has recorded just 1 in the last 11 Grand Prix. Milliseconds from what could have been a win-clinching pole position in Monaco, Alonso's goal of a first race win in 10 years has inched further and further out of reach. Fans had been dreaming of win number 33, but with 3 races to go, Aston Martin, in what seems no time at all, have gone from second strongest to distinctly the 5th best team on the grid. The transformation of Aston Martin has been absolutely shocking. Like a butterfly, they emerged from their winter cocoon for the first race of the season. They were exciting, vibrant, colourful, and most importantly fast. But like a butterfly, as summer has passed, their short-lived life has come to an end. The multi-billion-pound investment of buying Force India in 2018, including a new state-of-the-art factory at Silverstone, was a gamble by owner Lawrence Stroll, but it looked to have finally paid off. Technical director Dan Fallows poached from Red Bull and designed a car capable of beating Mercedes and Ferrari, while still some way off Adrian Newey's rocket ship. So how has it all gone wrong? Put simply, while upgrades have quickened most of the field, Aston's changes throughout the season have not had the desired effect. Since Zandvoort in August, Alonso has claimed just 15 points and has gone from being settled in 3rd place in the championship behind the leading Red Bull duo to now languishing in 5th. Lance Stroll's antics, most notably in Qatar where he pushed his personal trainer and sulked in the media pen, have not helped the general morale surrounding the team either. Alonso is taking responsibility for his own performances, though he probably shouldn't take any of the blame for what has happened in the technical department. He confessed to lacking confidence in the AMR23 after uncharacteristically suffering big spins at the high-speed Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez on both Friday and Saturday. "This weekend has been particularly difficult for me," he said. "I don't know, maybe Lance was a little bit more confident this weekend, but I was not. I was not doing a good job this weekend. I felt always on the back foot and I was always not trusting the car." Alonso is accepting of his fate this season. He will finish 8th place in the end as Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris and George Russell pass him at some point in the remaining 3 races. It will be his best result in Formula 1 since his final season at Ferrari back in 2014, but that won't make him feel better. The package of updates introduced for the US Grand Prix was supposed to put the team back on track and allow it to keep pace in the development race. However, the COTA sprint format meant that the team struggled to optimize its cars in FP1, and the revised AMR23 was so under par in the Saturday sprint that it was deemed worth taking a punt on dropping out of Parc Fermé for Sunday. It was the same move that Haas pulled, and things are bad when you're making the same strategy calls as Gunther Steiner and co. From the outside, the jumping around between packages and the pit lane starts might suggest that the team has simply lost its way and doesn't know what works best. However, team boss Mike Crack insists that there's sound thinking behind the experimentation. It's all about data gathering and number crunching that will lead to a logical conclusion. I think when you're lost, you're rolling the dice, then you try things that are not reasonable, he said. And this was not the case. I mean, we have quite focused engineering discussions, weighing options against each other. And while we want to go racing, we don't want to go from the pit lane. It is very important that we understand the findings that we have in the data, and then we have to take such pragmatic decisions also sometimes. It's not easy, but I think it's the right way to move forward. With so few races left in the season, and seemingly nothing on the line for Aston Martin, messing with setups and parts before the winter break perhaps isn't the worst idea, but it doesn't look good for the team. Lawrence Stroll is a ruthless owner who will feel even worse about his team's current situation, having seen them succeed so much at the start of the season. His son missing out on a podium when they were strong will add to his anger. 2023 has been a failure for Aston Martin, and he'll see it as such. In business, when a team fails, you work out what went wrong and make changes. Lawrence has been as successful as he has been because he knows when and which decision to make, and this winter we could see the consequences of his team's failure play out. Lawrence is not happy, Mike Crack admitted. But we're not happy either. Nobody is happy. When you have such a great start of the season and then you lose the competitiveness, nobody is happy. But we do not need him to tell us. We are a strong team and we will have to work collaboratively and open-minded to get out of it. But as I said before, we're not too proud to make any decisions. Who will it be that is working collaboratively though? Will it be the current team or will there be changes? Mike Elliott, Mercedes Chief Technical Officer, just resigned from the Silver Arrows after 11 years at the team. If Lawrence is interested, I'm sure he could come up with a deal to get Mike to come to Silverstone over the winter. And what about the drivers? People will always question what Lance Stroll is doing in the sport. His poor performance compared to Alonso this season has only made the calls for his replacement louder. Obviously, he'll never be replaced without him saying he wants to leave. But after a few big crashes this season and getting battered by his teammate, could he make the decision to walk away this winter? And what about Alonso? Like I said earlier in the video, he's never looked less interested in Formula 1 than he does at the moment. Rumours have been growing that he's either retiring or making a move elsewhere. Some have claimed that he'll take Checo's seat at Red Bull, but that seems beyond the realms of possibility. At 42, can he really be bothered to tolerate a few more years of low-point finishes? Does he really want to be motivating a team to reach for a podium finish? He could happily retire to any racing series he wanted and live a less busy lifestyle in comfortable luxury. As Richard Bradley, a former Le Mans winner, put it recently, they're going to have a serious winter. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to have their heads rolling and getting a few P45s, I think. That's getting fired for those of you not from the UK. What are your thoughts on Aston Martin's decline this season? Are they going to make changes over the winter? And if so, what will they be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and make sure to subscribe for more Formula 1 news and analysis. Until next time, drive safe and bye for now.